Welcome back again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the bête noire of boxing. Pay-per-view. I hate pay-per-view. As I've said many times in the past, I haven't bought a pay-per-view since the second Holyfield-Tyson fight, nor will I ever. I always find other means to watch these fights, unashamedly so. I make no apology for that. But there are two further pay-per-views which have been announced recently. Now, one is the Anthony Joshua Dillian White rematch, which is on DAZN. You remember DAZN, the ones that were going to abolish pay-per-view, and then it became, well, it'll only be for the really, really big fights. Apparently, this is a really, really big fight between two damaged heavyweights, but they're big in Britain, so I suppose they're going to squeeze the financial rag dry, Mr. Hearn and DAZN. And by the way, I'm a DAZN subscriber. I actually want there to be a Netflix of boxing, so I subscribed, the big reduction thing where you pay about, I think it works out to be about £8.80 a month or something if you pay it in one hit. But any more of this nonsense, and I'll go back to just, the other means pathway. But anyway, this fight's on. It's $26.99. I mean, what an obscenely expensive price for, Dillian White on his last legs, punch resistant, shot to bits, knocked out twice in his last 4 fights, knocked stone cold in one of those. Joshua lost twice to Usyk, very, very much damaged goods, but $26.99, that's what they're asking. And I put, less than 24 hours ago, I put a little survey up, if just to see how people felt about this. 150 people on this channel have voted. This is only a small channel, a modest channel, but 150 of you voted, so well done if you did. And the results are that 49% say absolutely not. I am not paying $26.99. 49, so that's nearly half the vote. And a further 11% say almost certainly not. It's highly unlikely I will pay for it. Then you've got 5% who say, well, I might do if some mates come round and we all chip in a few quid. 13% I might, I'm not sure yet. And only 22%, which is sort of 1 in 5 roughly, say, oh yeah, I'll definitely buy this, $26.99, 1 in 5. So I watched one of G-Man's videos, and he was saying that this is just as an aside, DAZN subscribers should really be given a reduced rate, 10 quid, 12 quid or whatever for it. I mean, I don't even agree with that, but $26.99 for people who are loyal subscribers is an absolute disgrace, no doubt about it. And then, if you thought that was bad, get a load of this one. I haven't even seen the price of this yet, but Alexander Usyk is due to fight Daniel Dubois, and this is on pay-per-view. Now, I'm not sure of the details here, but this must be at the insistence of Usyk's team, I would imagine. Surely it can't be Dubois' team, because we're talking BT Sports and Queensbury and Warren. So that he lost the purse bid, right? So whoever won the purse bid is putting this behind a paywall. I don't know how much it's going to be, to be honest with you. I didn't look that up, or I didn't hear that. It wasn't in the article I read. But this is the world we live in. You've got Alexander Usyk. This is in Poland, by the way, which of course borders Ukraine, where Usyk is from. Lots of Ukrainian people have fled to Poland. Lots of them live there anyway. It's in a place called Wrocław. I've probably massacred that. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've got Polish friends, and Wrocław. Wrocław? Yeah, well, however the hell you pronounce it. I've never been there. I've only been to Poland once in my whole life, but it's spelled W-R-O-C, and I think it's an L-A-W. The L has got some sort of accent through it. So if you're Polish, break it down for me in the comments. But anyway, this is going to be on pay-per-view, and Dubois has to travel because, like I say, Warren and Queensbury lost the purse bids. Dubois, we know, had a terrible time against Kevin Lerena, nearly got knocked out, floored 3 times in the first round. He took a knee a couple of times, actually. In the second round, he came on strong and stopped Lerena, who's really just a cruiserweight, and not one of the elite cruiserweights either. So of course, he had also had that defeat to Joe Joyce, which is no real disgrace, but But, you know, he's young, he's strong, he hits hard. I wouldn't rule him out entirely against USYK. USYK, smaller man, could be complacent, getting up there in age. What's he, 36 now, 35, 36, 37, that sort of age. It's possible he underrates him, takes him lightly. Was looking at the Fury fight for many months. Fury messed him around and basically bottled it. So it's possible he could have a bad day at the office and Dubois could be in the right place at the right time. I mean, but realistically, how much of a chance would you give Dubois, all things considered? Right. I'm guessing you wouldn't give him more than a 20 to 30% chance of beating USYK. 30 is probably optimistic. So when you've got that, why the hell is this on pay-per-view? Pay-per-view is supposed to be, or was originally promised to be, fights between two elite fighters who are meeting, and you're not sure who's going to win, and it's, you know, the public have really been demanding this fight, and no one's demanding Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. Everybody sees Dubois as being a rank underdog. Why the hell is this pay-per-view? Look, I can go on and on about this, and I've ranted in previous videos, but here's the thing. There's only one way to get rid of this trash, and that is to boycott it. Go Stream Team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. I'm certainly not paying for the DAZN one. I subscribe to bloody DAZN. It's a disgrace. Promoters will tell you, oh, we can't make the fights unless we have this. Yes, you can. You can. You have to bring down the cost. And that means that instead of taking 7 million or 9 million, a fighter might only have to take 3 or 4 million. You know, they'll have to survive on 3 or 4 million, all right? I just despair. Look, we have the power in our hands to get rid of this crap, but you've got to boycott it. You've got to say, no. Or at the very least, only go for the ones that really are elite fights. And people say, yes, but it's, you know, it's the market. It's you know, it's laissez-faire capitalism. Yeah, that's what's wrong with it. You're right, it is. That's what's wrong with it. Because idiots will, you know, who've got more money than bloody sense, will pay for this crap. And yes, they're free to do so, just as you're free to set fire a £20 note and light a cigarette with it. But look, you can't complain. If you're not going to boycott it, you can't complain. I'm complaining because I boycott it. So it's up to you. It's in the ball's in your court. I say this is garbage, especially that Usyk Dubois one. But leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button. Do all that good stuff. Helps the channel out. Spread the word about Joe's Son of Boxing. I'll read your comments and answer. And until then, bye bye for now.